we'll continue with this makeup. I'm Neo, and today we're doing a palette review. This is the new Blend Bunny Primal palette. I have honestly fallen in love with this brand, especially through the surge. I keep it like next to me when I film because this kind of become my go-to palette. You can't quite tell how much she's been loved, except for some of the shimmers. She's been loved. Oh wait, I might have to use this for Chromatica Ball. Anyway, that has become a love of mine. I have the other palettes. I have the blends, the original right here. You can't really see. I have the dollhouse somewhere in this mess. I need to clean it in here. But today, this is the newest. This is the new baby, Primal. I have not even opened this. I also got some of the lashes, and I thought they were going to be like, you know, kind of nice. I did not expect like borderline drag lash. Like I was looking at them, I didn't expect them to be that long. I'm like, okay, yeah, wow, that is bold. I'm not complaining because these are really cute. I got the styles Saint and Vixen. So at some point I'm going to use these. I'll be honest, I'm not going to do a full look today because I'm tired. I'm tired. I want to edit and sleep tonight instead of like staying up all night and then barely sleeping and then have to get up early tomorrow. So we're only going to do an eye look. We're not going to do a full look. And I'm honestly going to do 2 different eye looks because I love to do that. Anyway, so that was the outer sleeve. It comes with this little thing on the back, as well as the ingredient list. Okay. And then here is the palette itself. I do know, ooh, we get 32 grams of product in here. I do know that this is a darker palette. I'm excited. Let's see. Oh, it doesn't have a mirror, but oh, that is so. It looks so much brighter than the picture showed online. I'm excited because I'm also seeing some variations in the highlighters. I mean, not highlighters, the eyeshadows, the shimmers from their previous palettes. So this is gonna be fun. Real quickly, I'm gonna pull up the Blend Bunny website so that way we can hear more about this. So this is $43. It is a okay. There's not much descriptor-wise on the website. Oh, okay. No, here we go. Some will say it's just another rainbow palette, but we color connoisseurs know better. When your tones are different, the outcome is different, and that makes the whole look different. Born from the small gaps in the blends palette, and color inspirations derived from the wildest, most beautiful parts of nature, but our Primal palette is a whole different kind of rainbow. I do know because I follow Blend Bunny online. If you saw as this was getting revealed, I was kind of losing it on Instagram. But I know this was also something that she worked on with her dad before he passed. And I really do like this. It's so pretty. And this is a 26 shade palette, I think. Let's see. I am so tired. This 26 shades, yes. And for me, I just see, yes, color outcomes. I'm excited. I'm going to stop rambling so we can start reviewing this. I'm going to do 2 separate looks. I don't know what I want to do. I know I want to play with the greens because I haven't played with green in so long. So we're going to play with green. I don't know. I'm going to actually try. Okay. I think I know what I'm going to do now. Okay. Let me prime and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are primed and ready to go. I will start with using Nocturnal, which is the black. I'm going to place that high into the crease. The one thing... Oh, no! Okay. this is a first with any of my palettes. I'm going to zoom out because this is already like frayed. Yay. Okay. That's interesting. This is the first time I've had that happen with any palette. So I'm a little concerned. Especially since normally I have my palettes lay on my leg when I like do this stuff. But I'm going to continue as I was. And we'll mention that later again. But I will take the shade Nocturnal, place that high into the crease. And I am using the B1 from Blend Bunny because these have become my go-to like brushes. I do wish that these had a mirror. That's the one thing I will always say is like, hey, mirror. Now I'm going to take the B2, which is their next brush, and I'm going to actually stay in the more red tone side of the palette right now. So I'm just going to continue going up in these shades. So that first one is called Lethal. I'm going to blend that out next. Oh, that has a lot of focus. It has a lot of pigment. Yeah, that does. Wow. So because of actually using the Surge palette, I do have a fair amount of experience with these formulas. They will really do blend really well. And they just like work together so well. Like these shades are curated to really work well together, it feels like a lot of times. Going up the shade into Warning, which is very red toned. I'm liking this though. Like it's still in that like pink family, but it's more red. Because there is a true red in here. It's called Huntress, and I kind of want to use it. I'm gonna stick to family. See, that just blends so all together. I will say I did have some uneven spots on here with the previous shades, so I'm working right now with Warning to really smooth that out. Oh, that's so pretty. Next is the shade Nectar. Like, I know I am not talking much, but that's because I am focused. I really don't have to be. These really do like work for themselves. That is so pretty. I do want to take one more shade from here. It's the next row over. It has a lighter pink called Rome. So we're going to take her next. She's a borderline white pink. Like, she's very fair. I feel like she's just going to like blend that edge out even more. Actually, aside from the white, I think that's the lightest color in the palette. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. We're not done with that eye because I will cut it. But I just now want to see, like, on this side what I'm going to do next. I think I'm going to do the greens. I'm going to do the greens because I want to do green. I haven't done green in a hot minute. But I want to do a different eye shape. just so then I can try something a little different too. So we're going to start off with Nocturnal again. Into the crease. So when I do a halo, I go higher. I say that, it's pretty much the same area. I will say, that's the one thing about the B1 is like, if you are trying to do a halo eye, she's not the best. Like, I will definitely go with one of my favorite packing brushes. I call it a packing brush. Okay, so that way I can really have like the inner and outer corners so dark. I am taking a different brush just to really add in that color in the inner and outer corner. Yeah, see, now that's how you do it. I know this looks like a mess. It's gonna get better. Now I'm going to take Camouflage. We are going to stay in that green row. So we're going to go Camouflage, Toxin, and then the last one is Luna. And maybe a little bit of hidden in the white. I don't use white that often, but we'll see. Oh, that green has some depth to her. She's pretty. Next is Toxin, which is that brighter green. So this one is very different from their previous type of transition colors. I will say that one is kind of lacking in pigmentation, but is helping to lighten the edge of Camouflage, which is a nice balance, I guess. Because I'm literally keeping it like right on the edge as I'm blending. And it's just helping to make Camouflage a little bit lighter. It is kind of patchy between them. Like there's no real color gradient showing up right now. It's just showing up as, okay, here's the edge of Camouflage. It's working. It's not my favorite at the moment. Which is saying a lot because green is my favorite color, so I'm concerned. I do know though that Surge has like really good greens, and so does Dollhouse. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to take that lightest shade of green in here, Luna, to kind of soften that out a little bit too. Okay, that's helping. It's not giving the exact idea of what I wanted, because she is... Like, I'm just looking side by side. I have definitely a better blend showing up on this side than on this side. Let me see. I'm going to take a little bit more Camouflage to see if I can kind of help to smoke these edges out a little bit more. Because if not, then we're in trouble. Not really, no one's in trouble. It's just like, it's just not where I expected Blend Bunny to go, I guess you could say. This is my Sephora collection number 10. It was discontinued ages ago, but she helps with everything, so we're just gonna use her to smooth everything out. I'm actually going to take that same brush on this side as well, just help some parts blend, because I do have like this one area right here. There's just like a dash of pigment. I'm now actually going to cut the crease on both of these using actually eye paints. This side, really smooth. This side took some time to get there, but we're getting there. Am I happy exactly with how that's turning out? Not exactly. Is it still working? Yeah. Did it take some extra time? Yeah. Am I used to that with greens? No. But c'est la vie. We're going to continue on. I'm going to take the NYX Pride. This is the shade Coming Out Fierce with their Ultimate Eye Paints. I'll use that on this side to cut the crease. So that way we can actually try more than one shade on this. I will be taking, starting getting my brushes in order here. I know they normally do well with a paddle, but I'm curious to see how these do with a brush. I'm going to take Pheromone, which is on the purple side, and use that on the outer portion of the lid. I'm also going to go into Feral, which is a beautiful like red tone pink, and use that on the rest of the lid pretty much. I do want to say Feral feels like a very different formula from the rest from their previous shimmers. Like, she's gorgeous though. Going back to Pheromone. Yeah, this feels more like their regular shimmers. But I like the new blend. Like, I like the new feeling that we have on Feral. Like, I'll be honest, like, it's nice. And just blend between the two. That is so pretty. I really like that because it feels like a pop coolness before going back into the warmth. That is really pretty. Now we're gonna cut the crease on this eye. And I'll be using the green Ultimate Eye Paint on this one, which is the shade Exist Fabulously. And obviously on top of that, I'm going to take Slither, which is the metallic green. I'm probably going to also take Regal, which is the yellow right, like the gold right next to it. So let's hop on some shimmer. This feels like the more classic formula that you get from Glen Bunny. I do want to say I forgot to take a little bit of the black back in over here. We're going to actually stretch Slither out as well, because I like mine a little more smoky when it comes to a halo, so I use that to bridge the gap between the two. Oh, that is so pretty. I literally was just using another palette that had a green, and while that one's really pretty, this one is, oh my god, gorgeous. And doing really well with the brush, I have to say. Lately I've been using a silicone paddle, because those just work really well. And they're so easy to clean. This is just like laying on so nicely. I'm going to flip over to the other side and then I'm going to switch to the gold because I want to see. Oh, that's so pretty. And they blend so well. Like, that's the one thing. Blend Bunny. These shades are so pretty. I will say this feels more like the original putty formulation for their shimmers. Or putty-like formulation, I should say. Because Regal is moving and bouncing around. And I kind of like it that way. But again, remember, one of my favorite palettes was the original rose gold from Huda. The textured rose gold palette before she reformulated because no one else liked it. Like, I got it. I liked it. I love that thing. Are you kidding? Oh. So they actually did blend together. I do want to see though because I feel like it is going to apply better. Where is my silicone applicator? I don't know where she went, but this really did do well with a brush. Let me see. I have a bigger brush right here too. I want to see if the gold lays better with that than the lighter brush that I used. No, that is just moving around in the pan. Oh, there we go. Hi, gold. And I want you to see that literally. Oh no, let me put this mirror on the side. So this literally just is like straight up putty. It is moving around. She is bouncing. She still gives you a good fair amount of pigment. And that's the only one that I've tried so far that really has that like jelly consistency. The others are more of a regular metallic or shimmer formula. So this is interesting that they have only one that has that kind of jelly-like feel. Which I will say, I do like that. Oh my gosh. So this is actually the brush I used on this side, and it does pick up the shimmers better. Because I'm looking at Slither, and you just get more of that just gorgeous pigment. Okay, I'm going to stop because I'm going to keep adding. I want to have more fun with this. Let me prime my under eyes, and we're going to do something down there. I don't know what. Okay, so we are primed. Now, where did I put the palette? I have it over here. I actually want to switch things up, so. On this side, I'm going to stay with the blues. Because I already have everything else starting with the black, I'm still going to take a little bit of Nocturnal, so then it marries well together. So one thing I wish they had was lower lash brushes, because I feel like their brushes are just a little too big for my lower lash. So that is poisonous. This primer is really bad on my lower lash line. Normally I just use the concealer I have on, but since I don't have a full face on, there's no concealer, so. And this is actually the last shade in this row, Mimic. I'm surprised. I had these a lot more purple toned. And there's literally like a purple row right next to it. I'm noticing a little bit of splotchiness right there. We're going to see if we can fix that. So can we get those two together? Ooh. we wake up, I don't. Okay, so as I'm blending, they are getting more blue toned. But if you were expecting like really, really like blue blues, no, they're more purple. Like they're the cooler tones of purple. The row right next to it is more like your regular tones of purple. We're gonna dip into the blue here called Morph, which is just right there. It's down in the inner corner. Oh, that's oh oh wow, that is just gorgeous. That blue. Oh, okay. I need to focus on this side now because I'm just distracted by blue. Like I said, we're gonna dip into the, I guess, warmer tone purples. Again, since we have all of them starting with the same black, we're gonna dip back into Nocturnal again to start this side as well. So the funny thing I do want to say is like literally in just a few hours ago I was talking about a different palette and I talked about how they needed a black in that palette and it would be like perfect. Actually, now that I think about it, if they took out the one dud in that palette and put in a black, so good. That'd be so much better. If you're here, you probably already saw that palette review, so I'm not going to say which one it was. Or actually, knowing me, I'm probably going to put this one out first. Because to me, this palette's a little more relevant. I say as the palette's right there next to me. Okay. Now dipping it into Instinct, my bad. Not Extinct. Instinct. Okay, wow, that has a lot of pigment. I'm just trying it to see. I normally can't get that eye shape I want down there, so let's see. Next we have Exotic. Oh, she is purple. Actually shows up really well in this. Yeah, that's definitely a warmer tone purple. The funny thing is, if Lynn Bunny decided to do like a Jeffrey and just start doing monochromatic palettes, it'd be game over. It's like if they had an all green, all purple, all whatever color palette they were going to use, it'd be game over. Just 100% being honest. Like this formula, look at that. That purple just integrated right into the greens. Also, purple is really hard to formulate, yet this one's literally going on like it's nothing. Yeah, now we're going into Winged, which is a really nice, soft purple. Actually, it's more like a purple-based pink. That blended so easily. If you want to go in with a little bit more of a secondary shade, Instinct, but you didn't get a little chance to be smoked out. So because of how this is looking, I do want to take just a little bit of Rome, which is a warmer pink that's in the orange side. What am I going to use for the inner corner now? I have used almost every shimmer in this palette, so I think because I had such a good focus on it, I do want to use Regal, that gold in the inner corner. I'm very happy with how that looks. Um, I have thoughts. I I have thoughts. Um, before we get into the thoughts, though, let's get into swatches of this because I don't know how I forgot to do that. We're gonna do finger swatches. First is Nectar. Oh no. Okay, hi. Nectar. Warning. Lethal. And Feral. Let's see. I'm gonna try to be better this time. So that's Nectar. Warning. Lethal. And Feral. Really smooth swatches. I will say Nectar is not really showing up much on the wrist. I'm not surprised with how light it is. We're just gonna keep going. Next is Rome, which is that lighter pink I've been using a lot with this. So Rome, Untamed, Huntress, that's a pretty red, and then Potent. Okay, those are pretty. So again, we have Rome, Untamed, Huntress. That's a really pretty pink, actually. It's like a red-based pink. And then Potent. Ooh. That is really pretty. Oh, next is Prey, Ray, Soil, and Regal, which literally feels like putty. It looks like liquid gold on me. This looks very bad. We're gonna go with Prey, Ray, Soil, and we all know and love her, Regal. Oh, that's so pretty. So that is the front half of this palette. Only shade I did not swatch in that front half, actually I didn't even use it, is Hidden, which is white. So let's see. I'm just gonna put it right here. She's very fair. We're gonna step away from that side. We're gonna switch over to arms. Now on this side, we're going to dip into, I cannot get this right, Luna, Toxin, Camouflage, and Slither. So let's see. I can just set that there. So that's Luna, Toxin, Camouflage, and Slither. They look really soft, but we can see what they can build up to. Next is Mimic, Poisonous, Ink, and Morph. Morph is so stunning. Okay. Like, I know she says she doesn't like shimmers, but she creates so many pretty shimmers. Okay. So again, that is Mimic, Poisonous, Ink. Okay, that was my bad on that one. And Morph. They look really light. That's weird. In the last row, we have Winged, Exotic, Instinct, and Pheromone. Really pretty on. So again, Winged, Exotic, Poisonous, sorry, Instinct, and Pheromone. And then last shade in the palette is the black, which is Nocturnal. Okay, so this is the full palette swatched. This is probably going to be my literal, like that. Okay, that one's better. So that is the palette swatched. I'm gonna go wash this off because I can tell it's staining. Give me just a moment, then we're gonna come back with some final thoughts. Okay, we are back. I have some feelings about this palette, and they're very positive. um, I will say the greens, which I was looking forward to a lot, did put me on edge, as well as the fact that before I even got into using anything, the edge was actually showing. Keep in mind, I understand sometimes that happens. Productions, there's going to be issues, so I understand that. It's just weird that this is the first time it's happened on any palette I've ever had. Anyway, overall, what do I think about what I used? Because I used the harder to formulate shades, like, let's be honest here. Overall, I really do like this look. Not this look, but just like how these work. Like, I'm going to be 100% honest. I was worried about this side, but that gold saved it. This side, that blue is gorgeous. Honestly, this is giving me like kind of like Spider-Man vibes a little bit. I kind of like it. When I look up close, it looks so smooth and seamless. Like, I'm sorry, I know I'm blocking it, but these look so smooth and seamless. Only a little bit of fallout because of the shimmers. But yeah, no, everything in this is just gorgeous. Again, I did not use every shade in here. I did not use the orange or yellow shot rose. But I'm sure I'd like them because they're really pretty. Like, this yellow row was kind of something I was looking for when I did my Nick Nelson look. And I did a different palette, and I still love what I came up with. But like, literally, that's what I was kind of looking for. If only this would have been out around that time. But you know what? I love the look I came up with for Nick Nelson, so I'm not going to complain. The shimmers. Regal, liquid gold. Everything else, very safe formulas. Regal, though, next level. Love it. The black, really smooth, layers up well, has a fair amount of pigmentation. The white I did not use because I don't use white that often. I really don't. I could, but I don't. So, for me, that's probably like the pan I'm not going to use the most. Black, though, I like already. Yes, I will use that a lot. Everything else in here, everything I used was really nice. I really like this row here. I really like this row here. I honestly like all the rows. I just feel like the one I'm going to use the least is the yellow. Except for Regal, I'm probably going to hit pan on that the soonest because it's so nice. Like, I don't really have many complaints. I will say the green was the one I had to work with the most, but I still was able to get it to work. Oh, now you can really see. She needed some love, but we got her there. Now you can really see that gold. Oh my gosh. Like I said, this side, everything was nice and easy. And I know we're filming in 4K, so you're going to be like, whoa, that's really close up. Yeah, I have this thing all the way zoomed in. Also, you can see like now the purples are really nice. I do see that little spot right there, right under the eye, where there's a little bit of darkness, but overall, because of how my eyes are shaped, that works. And then the same on this side. There's no like defining edge that you can see. This is the first time that I'm really able to give a review for one of the blending palettes as it comes out. And I just, every time I try, like the Surge, like I'm gonna be honest, this has really become my favorite palette because it has, oh my god, has just the right amount of depth for me. You can see like gold. Okay, I really do use gold, don't I? Wow. Um, hmm, I'm shocked. And yeah, these two do look similar, but the tones that they use overall are so different. Because like you can see some similarities. Like the orange rose do look similar. The green rose are very different. The purple rose, these are more warm, these are more cool. The blues, these are more purple toned, these are more like teal toned. So there's a lot of differences between these. The pinks are a little more similar, I will say. But overall, I'm loving this formula still. I have recommended this formula a lot to people. And I am so glad. Oh, wait. Why? This is gonna mess with me now. Because now, all the other ones are like this, where it's like, okay, palette name here, blend bunny over there. This one, it's upside down, so here's the palette name and the logo, but here's the top of the palette. This is the top of this palette. So you have to store it like this for it to make sense. So that bugs me a little bit. Continuity is a big thing for me. Yay. Okay, I need to stop rambling. Overall, I really like this palette. I love the color story. If I had to give this a score, because I always like to do it out of 10, I'd say this one. I have to think about the other palette review I did earlier today, because that one was very different. In terms of color and variety in here, I have to give this a 10. For ease of use, I will give this one a lower rating than the other ones. I'd say about 8.4. Because I did struggle. No, it's a 9.6. Because it's not a perfect 10 for that. Price point. This one was $43, I think it's $43. This is why I love indie brands. So this palette right here has 26 shades for $43. The other palette I reviewed has 18 and it's $54. I can tell you right now, I prefer this one over that one. So that, I'm looking at the palette, so I will say, okay. Let me go back and change this. This palette, closer to a 9, 8.5 range now, because this one I had to put up there as a 9.6. It's almost perfect. The only issue is, like I said, some of the blendability with the greens, but their other palettes have done better with that, so that's why I'm not too mad. The fraying in the spine kind of have to dock a little bit from that, so it's not perfect. Because, like, for me, Surge, 10, right there. This one is almost there. It's almost there. So, I want it to just be that much closer. And they're definitely, like, always there. So, I'm going to stop rambling, though, because I know I am going crazy with that. Overall, recommend the palette. If you have a chance, try their formula. I recommend all their palettes. Even though I haven't used the blends, I have used Dollhouse on a Friend, and it looks gorgeous. I actually did a similar look to this for Iris. I don't know if you remember her. Oh, excuse me. Using the Surge, and it's a gorgeous color combination with that one. So this I still love as well. So I need to stop talking. If you have the ability to, try out Primal. It is stunning. If you want to try their other palettes, I definitely recommend Surge. It is, like I said, right now my current favorite palette. Dollhouse is also really nice because it's neutral without actually having to be neutral. So I love that. I'm going to stop rambling though. If you did like this video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. If you like me and want to see more, please subscribe and click that little bell button because every time we see a video, you'll get a notification. Aside from that, if there's something else you want to see me review, let me know. I actually have some other things planned, including like a full face of new products for me. Some of these items have been around for a little bit. I just never got around to trying them. So, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to go take this off. Also, no staining on the arms. So that makes me happy. Yeah, I'm gonna go wash my face. I'm gonna go eat. Then edit some. Oh my gosh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Why is it almost 9 o'clock? Never mind, I'm not gonna edit. I'm gonna go sleep. I gotta wake up at 6 in the morning. I'm gonna go cry. That's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go cry. Okay. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.